Hey guys! Welcome to Couple. Please like and subscribe if you like this video. President Donald Trump is the most unconventional of presidents. But in explaining to Americans why he ordered US strikes in Syria, he made the most conventional of arguments. There are certain acts such as the use of chemical weapons against civilians that so offend Western values, it is incumbent on the United States to act. Today, the nations of Britain, France, and the United States of America have marshaled their righteous power against barbarism and brutality, Trump said. Tonight, I ask all Americans to say a prayer for our noble warriors and our allies as they carry out their missions. The speech, delivered on Friday night as U.S. strikes rained down on Syria, offered a stirring rationale for a strong American role in the world, yet it also exemplified the contradictions and inconsistencies of Trump's presidency. Trump pushes ahead with Syria strikes amid broader tumult. He has often criticized NATO and America's European allies. But here, he was acting in the familiar role for an American president as the moral leader of the West, lining up against the transatlantic alliance's traditional foe, Russia. Trump's speech also exemplified the competing strands of his America First foreign policy. Trump's rationale highlights contradictions. Just 2 weeks ago, Trump had said it was time to get troops out of Syria to let regional powers fix the morass there. But on Friday, he promised a sustained military campaign to prevent President Bashar al-Assad using chemical weapons. At the same time, he warned against the illusion that American action could mend a broken region, exemplifying a common, ambivalent thread between his administration and that of Obama, a predecessor who he disdains. Friday's action in Syria also forced Trump to confront two conflicting sides of his nature: the desire to look tough as a military leader and his instinct, distilled from endless 2016 campaign rallies in the heartland to avoid Middle Eastern entanglements. US, France and UK strike Syria's chemical weapons program, and with US personnel in action in perilous Middle Eastern skies, Trump invoked national unity and the moral authority of the presidency, at a moment when he is being accused of squandering both as legal and political scandals swirl around him. The speech, delivered against a backdrop of the White House's brilliantly colorful wallpaper in the diplomatic reception room, could turn out to be a turning point for a White House that has often seemed to reject the traditional U.S. global role. But equally, it could end up being a brief scripted interlude in an administration defined by chaos and improvisation. American power for now, the desire to project American power in a way that sends a clear message to autocrats like President Vladimir Putin of Russia and Chinese President Xi Jinping, whom Trump admires, won out over the president's antipathy to entanglements in a troubled region. At the same time, by plunging as never before into the quagmire of Syria, a cockpit of regional rivalries where Russian, Iranian, American, and Turkish forces rubbed shoulders, the president was forced to deal with a complex foreign policy challenge that defies his simple win-loss worldview. Sources told CNN on Friday that Trump had been pushing for a robust military response to the chemical weapons attacks, but that Defense Secretary James Mattis had warned about the danger of inciting tensions with Russia and Iran, Assad's sponsors who have substantial forces in war-torn Syria. Exact details of the range of targets and the scale of Friday night's operation were still unclear. But it appears to have been planned to be more formidable than the U.S. cruise missile strikes a year ago to punish a previous chemical weapons attack, but not to cross a line that could draw Russia and Iran into a danger.